We'll be coming back to the idea of content types and nodes and node types in future videos. But let's go ahead and move on for now and try to improve this home page. So first of all, you might have noticed that in the mockup, let's go ahead and pull the mockup up, we have some rich text. For example, we have bolding around the word magnificent here, and we have some links as well. So the next step will be adding this HTML to our text and seeing how it displays. I'm going to jump back to the browser. Let's go ahead and edit this content by clicking the Edit tab. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put this on fast forward for a moment to add all of the HTML, and then we'll do an overview. Okay, I've gone ahead and made the changes. You can see them here. We've wrapped a strong tag around the word magnificent, and we've added links around some of the content. Now notice that we're pointing to pages that, as far as we know, don't exist on this site yet. So this is pointing to custom-tours, and it's wrapping around the word custom tours. This one is wrapping around take a look at our calendar, and it's to calendar. And then we're doing one to prices, and the URL is prices, and then contact. So we're pointing to /contact. So one thing to point out here if you're new to building websites in general is that we're using a slash to ensure that these pages go to the base path. So if we were in a context, if you look up at the URL, where we were at the domain name /something else, and we clicked on a link that wasn't an absolute link, which is what this slash delineates, then it would try to go to the /something/ and then in this case custom-tours. But we want it to go to our domain name /custom-tours all of the time, regardless of where we are, regardless of what the URL is. And we can do that by adding the slash and making this an absolute rather than a relative URL. One other thing to point out here is that we're using URLs to point to pages that don't exist yet. And this is a common technique when you are creating the initial content on your site. Most of the time it's better to create these links than to forget about creating them later. The links will also provide a useful tool when you're done developing a site and you start clicking around to test to make sure that all of the links go to the right places. If you get to a link and it goes to a page that doesn't exist, then you know that you have an area that needs fixing. Let's go ahead and save this and take a look at how it displays. I'm going to scroll down to the bottom and click Save. Okay, we get a notice up here that says that our page has been updated. And if we look at our content, we have a bolding here, and we have links as well. And so if we jump back to the mockup, we'll see that it's actually pretty close if we're just looking at the content. We don't have the image yet, but we'll be getting to that in a later step.